What is up, everybody? Eddie Soundhead back once again with another episode of NASCAR Heat 2 Championship Mode, and today we are here at Talladega. And usually you come to Talladega, you get a little bit of anxiety. You're thinking, ooh, I gotta have a good finish. I don't want to get eliminated. I want to get caught up in the big one. But because we won last week, we don't have to worry about that. We are locked into the next round right off the bat, so we can kind of take our time. The pressure is off. And all we need to do right now is focus on cutting through cars in this first stage and trying to get up as high as we can, set ourselves up for a good finish. Alright, getting in that draft of Eric Jones here, gonna swing to his outside, get the draft of Casey Kane. And we set a fast lap time there thanks to the help of the draft, get a nice run underneath Kane, and can I swing it underneath Hamlin and Keselowski? I got underneath that apron just a tad, hang on to her. Slap it into people. That's gonna be wall contact and everybody's gonna pile in, and that's gonna be a crash. It wasn't too big, but enough for us to probably have to pit now. All right, we are back. We pitted. Luckily everybody else did too, so we were able to hit our repairs and whatnot and didn't lose too much ground, so we'll take that. Unfortunate that we had a bit of an accident there, but it wasn't a terrible accident, so at least not from I could tell. So, already getting a pretty good run up here in the first set of corners here. We're going to see if we can sneak to underneath Newman here, getting the draft of Bubba Wallace, look to his inside. It's probably better to just stay in line here. Looks like some cars are 3 wide up there ahead of us, so they might get shuffled back, and we'll try to make our way through on the bottom here. It's got a little bit tight going in the corner. But we are making some headway here, almost in the top 10, and as we start stage 2 here, side drafted with Eric Jones at the moment. Get that push to Bubba Wallace here, see if we can push him by Chase Elliott. A lot of these guys in the chase up here, or the playoffs. I guess I'll never stop calling it the chase, it's too ingrained in my brain. Truex is going to sneak down inside here, see if we can upset his car just a little bit, but we can. He's pretty well there, and he's going to take Casey Kane and Jimmy Johnson 3 wide on the bottom. So he's got to sit in that draft, let those guys. Jimmy's going to get hung out to dry on the top probably, so he's going to get shuffled back a little bit. We want to try and prevent him from getting down. He will anyway, though, so that won't really matter to us because we're cutting our way through on the bottom line here, but we're in the top 10, which is good. If we finish in the top 10 today, I'll consider this race a success. We've already had 1 accident, so I think we've met our quota for Talladega. I think we can stop there and just have a nice clean race for the rest of the day. Would be spectacular. We move to that inside of Truex. Got that double yellow line pretty good there. Luckily, the rules need not apply in the NASCAR Heat 2. That would be something cool for them to enforce in the next one. Hopefully they do. As we are in the top 5 now with that driving by Kevin Harvick as we move to the inside of Hamlin. And get that, oh God, look who's fighting for the lead. Good old Ricky Stenhouse. Oh, we're all gonna die. Larson comes down in front of me to take my push. Steals my run from me, but it's alright. Kurt Busch up here mixing it up for the lead as well. Looks like he got shuffled to the outside though, and we're going to keep sneaking by him. He's going to keep losing spots. Oh, it got into him a bit there. It did not mean to do that. That could have been tragic. It's getting a little bit squirrely around here. Larson looks to the outside. He's not going to be able to do much with it. That second spot always seems to be the worst spot. If you can get out front, the AI that is, they can just hold their line and be good to go. The draft almost seems to do nothing for the second place car. But if I get out front, then the cars just blow by me, so it doesn't really make sense how that works because we need the draft so desperately that it almost maxes you out in second. But we get to the inside of Larson here as we're going to fight as we come to the 1 to go in stage 2 through the tri-oval, obviously past the tri-oval to the line, 1 to go here in stage 2. And we might have something for Stenhouse if we can get a good enough run here in the corner. At Daytona earlier this year in the 500, we actually got kind of lucky and managed to sneak a win out there. I think we had some slower damaged cars in front of us that couldn't really hold their speed. We were able to get by them. I think it was Bubba Wallace, actually. We were able to pass for the win at Daytona for the 500. But I don't think that's going to happen here. Everybody in the front is pretty fast, so looks like Ricky Stenhouse is going to get him a stage win. He didn't wreck anybody yet, so that's good. And we'll hopefully he keeps it that way for this race. And hopefully he makes it that way in real life when they come to Talladega in, what is it, a couple months or so. But that's a stage, second place in stage 2. Not bad, another good points just to add on top of the mountain. All right, so a little bit of strategy here. Took no tires. I'm going to come up here and kind of side draft and really just run into Ricky Stenhouse to try and slow him down a little bit so he doesn't jump me out here on the restart, but didn't take any tires to get that spot away from Ricky. Or actually, excuse me, we took 2 tires to get the spot away from Ricky. Still filled up on fuel, fixed our damage, and already you can see what I was talking about earlier, how the AI just come at you hard and fast. And actually, this is probably the worst case scenario right here. They've gotten by me on the inside. I'm going to try and cut off Suarez here if I can, and I do that fairly decently. So, we fell back to 3rd, not too bad. Alright, looks like Truex is going to make his move to the outside. I got to stay in somebody's draft here. He's closer to me, but I'm going to cut down to that inside lane and give Kurt the push. If it comes down to one of these 2 guys, I want Kurt Busch winning this race because Truex is probably a lot stronger in the races that are going to matter later on. And if one of these guys is going to get to Homestead, I'd rather it be Kurt Busch because I probably have a better chance of beating him than anybody else. Can't get that run, man. Just cannot get it at all. And oh, they're going to pit. Man, they do that really erratically. They do that every time, and then the caution comes out, which happens all the time too. So I guess now it's time for a little bit of strategy here. All right, so the strategy move, tires, none, and no repairs, just a splash of fuel to get us to the end of the race. And we're gonna try and hold on for a little bit longer here. We've got only a couple of laps to go. Get out to an early lead, but they are gonna come up on us real quick, so we definitely need to try and do some blocking. Newman, why does it seem like Ryan Newman's always up here at the end of these Talladega races? Hopefully nobody lands on top of him this time. But I'm just going to protect the bottom as well as I can. And I don't really know what I'm going to be able to do with Suarez here. I'm going to try. Dang, I tried to hold him up, but he's so fast. I'll hold up Casey Kane a little bit there. And he's going to get just an incredible run on me out of nowhere too. So that's all right. Here comes Blaney doing the same exact thing. I try to cut this off where I can here and get back down in front of Newman. Man, those cars just got a huge run. They just blow right by me like I'm standing still. It's insane how that happens, and there's nothing you can do about it without like wrecking them and coming up and slamming right in front of them. There's nothing you can do to prevent it from happening. It happens every time, so we're gonna try again here on our inside line. Looks like Suarez has got the lead here late. He could get his first win, or Casey Kane on the bottom here could get a win. This is a pretty peculiar top 5 we're looking at here. Some other than us, some cars you maybe don't expect to win on a regular basis, other than maybe Ryan Blaney. Got some guys that kind of like an actual Talladega finish when all the cars that you would expect to win are crashed out, and the back markers and the guys who don't always have a chance are racing up front. We're coming to the white flag, and I tell you what, Casey Kane and Daniel Suarez are side by side. Looks like Casey Kane might be taking a charge for the lead here, though. If I can get to the inside of Suarez, that would be ideal without him coming down. He thought about it. He was thinking about it. But luckily, the coating in the 19 car thought better of it, so I appreciate that. So we're going to get a little bit of a draft off of Casey Kane here. Now, Casey Kane isn't always the fastest car either, so we might have something for him here if we can get to his inside with only 2 corners to go, but I think the side draft from Suarez might prevent that from happening. And we just don't really get a draft at all from Casey Kane out of this corner, so I think this is pretty well set in stone here. Looks like I'm going to finish second. Casey Kane, though, is going to get a win at Talladega. Now, he's not in the playoffs, so it's not really going to mean much for him. But just to get a win for a small team like that, I guess that's pretty impressive to do. So we'll take a second place, a solid day. I had an accident early on, but it wasn't a major accident. We recovered. I do want to look at the replay of it, though, because it was kind of weird how it happened. I just clipped the apron, and off we went. All right, here we got a replay up here. And yeah, just got underneath that apron and then I just got slapped around and pinballed, as I like to call it. And yeah, it looks like just a bunch of cars running into each other. And I don't know really. Oh, we got somebody flipping back there. Who is this? Is that Haley Deegan? Went for a wild ride. Let's try that again here. See if we can get some different angles. This would be a good angle if it stays here long enough. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Deegan just gets launched up in the air. Goes for a wild ride down the backstretch at Dega. A little bit different angle here and just gets popped up in the air. Just as crazy as it can be. Gotta love the physics. Alright, so here's your finishing order. Casey Kane with the win for LFR. Talking about an underdog victory here at Dega. Always helps to get a win. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Saw Keselowski in 25th. That's not going to help his point situation, as Team Penske is facing total elimination here after the next race. So they might get completely wiped out. Chase Elliott and Boyer are also on the outside looking in, and Larson's right there on that line. So some of those guys got to have a good race next week. Let's head back to the shop. All right, that's Talladega in the books. Finished second. That's a solid finish. I'll take second any day. Would have liked to get the win, but you know how it is at Talladega in this game. The draft just makes no sense sometimes, and you gotta do what you gotta do. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out a lot. And don't forget to check out the description. Follow us on our social media accounts. You can follow me at Soundhead. You can follow the Soundhead Entertainment accounts as well. You'll never miss a video that way. And that'll do it for this episode. See you next time.